February 1st, 2009. We're here in Herriman, Utah, and it's been an interesting day, and we're going to share some relevant things that are going on here. There was a state conference here at the Mormon Church, or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, here today, and an important figure of the Mormon Church, Boyd K. Packer, who is second in line to be the leader of the LDS Church, he spoke today at state conference. And I took some notes on it, but one thing that related to the economy, which I wanted to share with everybody, it's important because there's, I think, 13 million Mormons on earth right now. He said this about the economy. He said, so they call it a recession. I think we will be having a depression. I wrote that down as a quote. That was from Boyd K. Packer today, February 1st in Herriman. And so I think a lot of people that are LDS will be interested in that. And those of you, because I guess most of my subscribers are not of the LDS faith, could find that interesting that a leader of this church, that's a worldwide church, feels, and his opinion is that there's a depression coming up. So we're going to film some more here in Herriman and show you how brutal the real estate market is right here in this part of Utah. Of how Stockton was a couple years ago. Okay, home for sale, home here on the corner for sale, and then right here, look, there's another one for sale, and you can see that these homes are vacant. Once in a while you'll see a for sale by owner. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, just for sale after for sale. And look at the yards, postings on the doors. Not looking good here in Herriman, Utah. It's important that people know what's going on here. This is a development, and we're going to take a little film on this street here. Looks like it was going to be beautiful, but once again, people weren't being realistic. I talked to a developer one time over in Sandy, Utah, a successful developer, and he said that during the boom times, developers, if they can get the money, they will do the development. And so they were doing them like crazy up until around 2006. Now, of course, in California, hardly anything's going on, and things are starting to come to a grinding halt here in Utah. So this is indicative of what's going on in development. I'm going to show you this street, because on this street, it looks like there's probably 12 lots. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 built houses, 7 built houses, 1 in some stage of construction, and there's only 1 occupied house. So extrapolate this across the nation, and you can see what's going on. Because people, they're not lending now. I've talked to some go-getter lenders that were super successful here in the valley, and banks are not lending. MOT in Herriman on the spot. And I've got a guy that's been in commercial lending here, Jeff, since about 2001. Done a lot of deals, and now not doing hardly any deals, but he is working in REOs. So Jeff, tell us what you've seen happening with commercial lending on residential projects just in the last, well, how was it going like 3 years ago?
Well, 3 years ago the market was just booming. Everybody, as you can see, developments going on everywhere. And as of about a year and a half ago, I started to notice that overdevelopment was happening, and not only that, is lending started to shut down altogether. Banks stopped lending. They started shutting down projects, cutting credit lines, just cutting all commercial lending off altogether.
Really? Now, you look at things at a national basis too, right?
Yeah.
And so you're doing real estate now and working with banks and things like that?
Yeah, currently I'm doing REOs, and yeah, even in the REO, I mean, I manage my team. We have 1,000 assets that we are managing right now, and we get about 20 assets a day, and they're projecting within the next 3 to 4 years that it's just going to be a booming industry. So
once again, people that think, hey, is the bottom going to hit in the next few months or in the middle of 2009? I don't think so. And it's good to talk to professionals like yourself, Jeff. I really appreciate this because we can figure out what the heck's going on here. Like this street here, this was a development. Obviously it got funded. This house we're in front of here, these lots used to go for about $300,000 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, easily. And
now these houses, we were looking at something, they're discounting them $200,000.
Oh yeah, 200,000, sometimes more than that. You know.
And are they moving? Are they moving?
You know, at the right price they do move, but you're still getting discounts as much as 40-50%.
Wow.
In some areas.
So if you were looking ahead, let's say a couple quarters towards the end of 2009, do you think housing prices are going to drop another 10, 15, 20%? Do you think they're going to keep dropping?
Definitely going to keep dropping. I know with the company I work for, they tell us specifically to price the assets as low as we can to get them off the books as soon as possible, because house prices are still dropping. And in most markets, a lot of the markets I deal with, they're dropping about 1 to 1.5% a month.
It's because I have friends that ask me, say, Brent, should I buy now? And like I told them 2 years ago, sell. Most of them didn't sell, so now they're in foreclosure. In fact, some of my friends are out of their house and just gave up on them. And now I've got friends saying, should I buy now? I know things are good. They've got these new programs coming out. I still say no, not yet. And not even for a few months. Let's watch what's going on. But so far it seems like sellers still have not become realistic, and things are not selling at the market price. Indicative of, look at this. Beautiful home, not being built out. So when stuff like this starts selling and we don't see, 5 for sale signs on every street around here, then we'll find out what the real price is in a few more months. So we'll update this in a few more months. Jeff, thanks a million.
Thank you.
Right on, rock on. So that this is indelibly on your mind here, let's drive down the street here. Okay. See how the lot for sale. Another lot for sale. Heartland Realty for sale. These are beautiful homes. Only $359. Views. How much do you think this used to cost, Jeff? That $359 one?
Over $600.
Over $600. Half price. Look at this. Boom. Look at that one back there. It's just, it's not even finished being built. That's for sale. Occupied right now. And gosh. And then we'll end up with what's happening more and more. We'll kind of stop right here by this one, by that side. There it is, bank home. For sale. So the banks have them. And of course the banks got billions and billions, and it seems like they're still not lending. What's going on? Well, this sunset is indicative of what's happening with the real estate market. Here's another development. Probably had a $10 or $12 million loan on it. Look at staked, ready to go, not being finished. Happening all over here in this one town in Utah, Herriman. Happening in a lot of other towns. Happening in Atlanta, happening obviously in California. It's horrific. Just bad news. Kind of a nice sunset, smoggy, but this is it. This is a real estate collapse without question, and yes, we de facto are entering a depression. You heard it like 2 years ago on some of my videos, and there's other voices coming out saying that they think there's a depression coming, and of course there is one coming.